Go get this thing cut up. We'll have us a nice little cutting board to fit right inside on here. So let's go get that done. Yeah, I don't know which side to cut first. That's not terrible there. Just trim a little bit off this back side. All right, guys, let's see if this fits. Fingers crossed. Oh, ho, ho, look at that. Oh, that is just perfect. All right, guys, check that out. That fit quite nice. Right down in that little groove right there. The indention. Man, that is cool. Now on the bottom side, I might actually put some of that oh, I don't know what you call it. It's like a drawer liner. It goes in like your silverware drawers and stuff. I might glue some of that to the bottom of it, or I might get a like a yoga mat. You know, those thin yoga mats. I've got some in the shop, but they're kind of dirty. I use those for sanding and painting and well, finishing and all that kind of stuff. But I'm kind of thinking might be able to put something like that on here, and that would help out a bunch. But anyways, that right there, I think is super cool, guys. All right, guys, we've been sanding the countertop here with some 40 grit sandpaper just to get it pretty well smoothed out, kind of flattened. And now what we need to do, since you can see we've got some, I don't know, that's where the wood grain is not all sealed up or tight. There's a few places like that around here on it. So we're going to use some Titebond premium wood glue. This is just a bottle I'm reusing. I'm actually using the Titebond 3 is what's in here. So it's kind of an exterior grade. Then I will use this paint tray, some sawdust out of the sander wherever it went, right there, and this copper plate, the paint tray. We'll mix it all up, make our wood filler, and we'll fill in the top. We're not going to worry about the bottom. Let that dry, which will really, like, it will be pretty quick. That glue dries really quick when you spread it out real thin, especially when it's mixed with sawdust. So that will actually dry really quick, and then we'll sand that down with some 80 grit, and we'll work our way up through the grits. We'll go 80 grit, then some 120, and then 220, and we'll be done. Then we'll just kind of wipe it down, put some wipe-on poly on here, let that dry for a little bit. Then we can put the sink back on, get everything mounted where it goes, and yeah, that should be it. So let's get after it. It might be just a little bit yellowish orange because there's a little tiny bit of the sanding dust from the school bus roof in there. It'll be all right, guys. It'll be all right. Let's try to make sure we take any little bits and pieces of styrofoam out of there. I don't know why there was styrofoam in there, but we'll take us some glue, and that looks probably about how much we might need. Let's try to pick this old dry glue off of the tip here. All right, let's make us some wood filler. This is all you need right here to make you some shop made wood filler. And I got this little copper plate right here. I'm going to use that. Just mix this up. I'm probably going to have to add some more glue to it. I just don't want to get it super runny. Yeah, I'm going to have to add a lot of glue to that. We also don't want it too sticky and dry, or not. I guess it wouldn't be sticky, but we just don't want it too dry. Get our first little bit here. Kind of scoot that out away from the wall so we're not getting it all over the wall and everything. Get the bristles loosened up a little bit. And I need something to open this with. Alright guys. Alright guys, we're going to put on some wipe-on poly. I don't think I got a whole lot in there, so hopefully I got just enough to do this. Trying to get every little last drop. You can see A little goes a long ways with this stuff. So I'm really hoping we got enough to accomplish this. This is not the same stuff that we put on the countertops of Des the Hobo Travel Nurse, her bus. You can use a rag to wipe this on. I'm just using a brush here. Just using the brush to kind of get it spread around real good. Trying to hurry up and get this soaked into the wood, and then I'll take a rag and actually wipe this down for its finish. I've got just a little bit to work with it, so I'm trying to be as quick as I can. We'll wipe it down for that final finish. Right. Oh. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Isn't that nice looking, guys? Dadgum. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I am wore out. That was a lot of sanding and finishing and everything. I'm still not done. There's one thing that I just noticed that I want to change about this. And what I'm going to do is actually cut this cutting board right down the middle right here. It'll still sit in there just fine, but the thing is, I don't have to have the whole thing up there. I'll actually be able to take one of these off, and the other one could be up here. So let's say I could have this right here as my cutting board, kind of prep area, and like the pieces and stuff that I cut off or whatever can, you know, be tossed over here or whatnot. Yeah, something like that. Another thing that I'm thinking about doing is right in here, cutting this out and building a little space for a cutting board to slide out from above the trash can right there. So I could actually pull the trash can out. The trash can's going right here on a slider, a bottom mounted slider. So I could actually pull that out. I could have a cutting board, just a small one, pulls out here, and be able to cut, you know, let's say, whatever it is, bell peppers, all right? And all the seeds and everything from that, I can just, you know, slide them right off in the trash and not have to, you know, go down the sink. But there's a couple options there, right? Just kind of, you know, depends on your method of operation when you're cooking. So anyways, that's one thing I decided I want to do, is actually cut this right down the middle, and, you know, it'll actually set this right here. This is pretty wide, so it can set right on top of there, and it won't be a big deal. So yeah, super awesome. I'm loving it, guys. I am really loving that. I cut up the tree, you know, I cut the tree down, I cut it up, I milled it, dried it, glued it together, planed it, sanded it, finished it, everything. There it is right there. And if you guys do it right, look, you can actually cut it out for your sink, drop your sink in, and have a cutting board. So yeah, if you make your own countertop, keep that in mind. And when you're looking for a sink, look for one that has this little indention all the way around it, because that really helps with you know, positioning a cutting board in there. That's why I picked this one right here. I seen that and I was like, yeah. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.